Good morning, welcome back to another vlog. Starting this vlog in a slightly different location. I'm currently just sat in the park because this morning, the entire morning, building works have been happening in the apartment block next to mine, and it is so loud and just incessant drilling, and it's also so hot today. It's currently 33 degrees, hence why I'm just profusely sweating. So the combination of the heat and the drilling was just driving me insane. I had to get out of the flat. I've also got myself a little picnic because it's midday, so I thought I'd grab myself some lunch. I've got this lemon and lime drink. I was really in the mood for lemon. Okay, that's not great. That does just taste like water with a bit of squeezed lemon in it. I've also got myself some sushi and some strawberries. So I'm just gonna sit, eat this and read my book. If you've been keeping up with the vlogs, you'll know that a few weeks ago I finished the A Court of Thorn and Roses series of books. There's 5 books in total, and lots of you were saying that I need to read Throne of Glass next, so that's what I'm currently reading. I'm 79% in, so I'm getting to the good stuff. It was quite slow to get into, I think, compared to ACOTAR. It wasn't sucking me in at the start as much as ACOTAR, and I think it was taking me a while to kind of get my head around the world and the characters and their stories. But now that I've crossed that hurdle, I'm really getting into it. So maybe I'll finish this today. I feel like all I've done since I started this vlog was complain, but I suppose I am British and complaining about the weather is part of our personality. But I've just had such a brain fart of a day today, and I'm gonna blame the heat because I feel like the stickiness and the sweatiness is just making me so unproductive. Like, it makes my brain feel slow, if you know what I mean. So I got back from the park and I did start a job application. Then I realised that there was actually quite a big unanswered question regarding the role, so I had to reach out to them to ask about that. So now I'm waiting on a response. And apart from that, I haven't really done anything. I've just been sat in one spot on the sofa in front of the fan trying to keep cool. I'm gonna make myself dinner now though, although when I say make myself dinner, I mean I couldn't really be bothered to come up with any kind of recipe. So I've got this, which is some ravioli, Victorian truffle cheese ravioli. Okay, I think it's from Victoria, as in Victoria in Australia. I was thinking, what has this got to do with the Victorian ages? And then I've got a tub of pasta sauce. Sid is actually away again at the moment, hence why I'm just chilling on my own. And whenever he's not here, for some reason, my meals and general diet just seems to go out the window. I think because I don't have anyone else there to keep me responsible, I just don't have the same motivation to actually cook healthy meals, which is kind of bad because I literally spent 4 years at uni cooking for myself only. So I don't know why it's changed so much since moving in with Sid. But yeah, just the past few days, I've really not been on it in terms of what I'm eating. So maybe that's something will also change tomorrow. I'm just gonna blame all of it on the hot weather. Tomorrow it's gonna rain and the temperature is gonna drop by about 10 degrees. So even though I'm sure I'll then be complaining about the rain, at least the drop in temperature will mean that I feel less sticky and I hopefully just function a bit better. much better mood than I was yesterday, so hopefully less complaining in the vlog today. But I've been to Pilates so far this morning. I was just doing a quick clean of the flat, and now I'm actually off for brunch with my uni housemate Freya, because she's also in Sydney at the moment. I think I've mentioned this in another vlog, but I'm very excited because we're trying out a cafe that I've had on my list since moving to Sydney, and their brunch stuff is supposed to be really good. So we're gonna see if it lives up to the hype. Hello. Freya has literally just left. After we went for brunch, we were just chilling at the apartment, having such a nice catch up. We literally had a 4-hour long catch up, which was very much due because even though Freya's been in Sydney since the beginning of January, we haven't really had a chance that wasn't in a group situation to have a good catch up, and she's now working 3 jobs as well, so it's been difficult to actually make plans to see her because her shifts are quite sporadic and she can get called up like literally the morning of a shift. So it was great to spend some quality time with her. However, that does mean I haven't really done anything else today. I've just realised I meant to put more SPF on and I've just started applying mascara beforehand. But yeah, I haven't really done anything productive today. Although I think actually being social is the most productive thing I could have done today, because I haven't seen anyone since Thursday last week, which doesn't sound like a long amount of time, but Sid has also been away for all of that time, so I genuinely hadn't had a conversation with anybody that wasn't over the phone since Thursday. And at first I was really embracing my isolation. I spent Friday, Saturday and Sunday feeling super on top of things because I was editing my vlog, I was editing a TikTok, I was doing job applications, so I really felt like I was catching up on a lot of stuff that last week I was beginning to feel behind on. But then yesterday, obviously you guys know what my mood was yesterday, and I now realise that it was just one too many days spent in complete isolation, and I think it was definitely contributing to how I felt. So today was exactly what I needed, and I'm actually going out again this evening. I'm meeting up with a friend that I made when I went on the Hunter Valley Sydney Working Holiday Girls trip. We're going out for drinks in Darling Harbour, which should be super nice. So yeah, I guess my point is here that I'm still definitely learning my balance with my social life and understanding, I guess, my own limits to time on my own versus time with other people. Guys, bloody interview later today. How exciting. It's literally just been scheduled. So last night, well, around like 7 o'clock last night, I got an email about a job that I had emailed about and applied to. And she said, yeah, like I'd love to schedule a call with you. So I've got an interview later today. I'm trying to not get my hopes up too much because this is exactly what I did when I was supposed to have the interview with the coffee shop last week. And we all know how that ended. So I'm trying, oh my God, there's still drilling going on next door, I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to get too excited, but also it is exciting. But now I feel like I need to do prep because I want to feel as confident as possible in this interview. So I'm gonna do some practice questions, look thoroughly at the job, see where my experience exactly lines up. This is actually going to be my first ever interview for a corporate job actually, because I've done interviews in the past, but they weren't ever for like a full-time position. It's scheduled for 5, which gives me basically the whole day to prepare for it. So yeah, that's my plan for today now. In other exciting news, if you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that I've been on the hunt for an everyday pair of trainers since I wore down the New Balances that I always used to wear. And I went to Westfield in Bondi last week and found a pair of A6 trainers that I really liked, but I didn't really fit either of the main sizes. So they had a size 5 and they had a size 6 UK sizes, and the 5 was too small, the 6 was slightly too big. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to assume that I'm a 5.5, but they didn't have those in store. So I ordered them online and I just picked them up today after Pilates. So I'm going to try them on. I'm very excited. So the ones that I went for are the Gel 1130, and these ones specifically are the white midnight colour. This is what they look like. You probably would have seen them if you watched last week's vlog. And I thought the colourway is nice. It goes with a lot of things. So yeah, I'm hoping that the 5.5 fits, because if it doesn't, then honestly I don't know what size I am. So little update, my interview that was supposed to happen this afternoon has now been rescheduled for Friday. The woman that was supposed to be interviewing me emailed me saying that she's had a few meetings overrun today, so she won't be able to do it because, yeah, it was scheduled for 5 o'clock, so it was quite late in the day anyway. So yeah, it's Friday now, which is totally fine, and I suppose gives me more time to prepare and more time to feel confident, I guess. I did quite a lot of preparation today for it, which has been so good because, as I said earlier, I've never done a corporate interview before, so I was looking at a lot of common questions and also trying to think of questions that could be related to the role and how I would answer those. So I was feeling confident before it was supposed to happen today, but I guess I'm just going to feel even more confident by the time it happens on Friday. So I'm just trying to see the silver linings in the situation and not become too pessimistic about it, because obviously after my whole incident last week of being stood up by the interviewer, I think that really knocked my confidence. I'm gonna go take my mind off it anyway tonight because I'm going round to Freya's. She's having a little housewarming girls' night situation because she's recently moved into a new flat after about a month, I think, of trying to find somewhere to live in Sydney. This is a whole topic that I haven't even covered in the vlogs yet, because obviously we're in the place that we're in now for 3 months. So actually finding a longer term lease in Sydney is a bridge that I have yet to cross. But there's a really bad rental crisis here at the moment, so finding apartments is incredibly difficult. We were so lucky to find the one that we're in right now before we even came, but I know as soon as our time comes and we're potentially considering a longer lease here, yeah, I've just not heard great stories. But it'll be really nice to have a girls' night, spend some time. Pippa's coming too, introducing everyone. We're meeting some of Freya's friends that she met when she was traveling the East Coast. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep positive and trying to remind myself that everything happens for a reason. Thursday today. This morning I had a really nice lie-in. I think I slept in till about 9:30, which is very much needed because I've been having a few later nights this week and then getting up at 6:30 to go to Pilates. So it was nice to have a bit of a slower morning. I did still go to Pilates. I spontaneously went to a mat Pilates class, which I haven't done actually in this gym, but I really liked it. And it was actually really challenging. At first, I was like, oh, like this feels quite easy. Like this feels definitely easier than reformer Pilates. And then around the 15-minute mark, I think, suddenly I was like, nope, actually, this is very difficult. Then I got back, did a food shop because I haven't actually been stocking the fridge with things to make meals with, which is resulting in me either snacking or just having not very good meals. So I did a little food shop. I've made myself a salad for lunch, and then after I've eaten this, I'm gonna do a job application because a job came onto LinkedIn this morning and it's a 6-month contract, which is literally perfect. So I'm gonna do that afterwards, and then this afternoon I think I'm gonna head to Newtown with Pippa, which is an area of Sydney that I haven't really explored before, but I think there's some cute shops, some cute cafes. It is Friday today. I just thought I'd do a little final update before I end this week's vlog because I had my interview this morning and I think it went well. I'm happy with how I answered everything. Where we're at now is I'm just waiting to hear back about the whole visa situation and if they think they can work around that, if there's some way that we can make it work. And hopefully I should hear back at the beginning of next week. So yeah, rounding this vlog off on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Hopefully in the next vlog, I'll find out if I've progressed to the next round.